You obviously know Kung Fu.
Jeff Beat here with the Kung Fu Driving Podcast. I'm here with Blake Zawadzki. Is that pronounced correctly?
Yes, Blake Zawadzki.
Sorry?
Blake Zawadzki.
Blake Zawadzki and Eli
Ramos.
The creators of Felandra,
Yes.
Heroine of Darkness. Is that correct?
Felandra, Heroine of Darkness. Yes, sir.
Felandra, Heroine of Darkness. Guys, thank you for stopping by. Talk to me about what Felandra is all about.
All right, well, Felandra is about a female who becomes a vigilante, has to deal with the loss of her mother, as well as the rise of crime in a futuristic cyberpunk future set 70 years. Has elements of magic, as well as the theme of sisterhood and extended family, many different layers. Ensemble cast, we wanted to be diverse as well as good storytelling. Here we are promoting 4 of the characters for the upcoming comic to be coming out later part of 2024. We have Eli Ramos, who is the artist for the comic, as well as another artist who could not be here with us. Shout out to Keith Williams, who is the cover artist for the issue number 1. If you notice her armor, it's has a influence of Sikh culture. So she's trained in a form of Sikh martial arts. So other characters that were released here today is the her teacher, Straight Arrow, and also an inspiration to her, who's the Sikh martial art master, as well as Cole, the mythological two-tailed cat, and one of the villains for the issue 1, who is Screwfly, an Irish, tough, cybernetic character.
And she's thick.
Yeah, and she's great. And so I'm very excited for it, and I'm very grateful. We're both very grateful for the continued support from here at Urban Action and people like yourself. Thank you very much with the Kung Fu podcast. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Here at the Urban Action Showcase, obviously we do what we can to celebrate martial arts and action and film and entertainment. Eli, capturing martial arts on the comic book page, not necessarily the easiest thing. How are you doing it?
Well, so the cool thing about his idea for the show,
it is a show in development.
Sorry. Oops.
Yeah, that's okay.
Edit it out.
No, that's no worries.
I'm gonna get sued for the comic. But I actually, what's funny? When any comic I draw, I take it as a show. Because I'm also a storyboard artist too.
Okay.
So I'm used to working with television and things like that. So the influence he wanted to do was like old He-Man cartoons in like the 90s and the 80s. So when I started drawing it, Batman the Animated Series, like, come on, who doesn't love Batman? Come on. Rest in peace, Kevin. But at the same time, what I do is I'll watch either old shows, old movies for inspiration, read old comic books. When it comes to the martial arts in the comic, I'll probably pop in some old movies, stuff like that. Either maybe like Matrix, things like that. We're talking about, there was a scene in the animated series where Batman flips a guy over a table. And I remember that scene pretty vividly. So what I'll do is I'd pause it, do a quick sketch, and then end up drawing it over with whoever the character is. I tell my students, I'm an art teacher too, as well as a fireman, So like
Firefighter of the Year 2023, Jersey City, New Jersey. Congratulations to the man.
Thank you. But so in the end, it's like it's pretty awesome to take any type of inspiration, any type of reference. I tell the kids all the time, reference is key. So like even with my paintings over there, like I'll look at an image of Bruce Lee and I'll paint it my style. Yeah.
Talk to me more about your influences in terms of creating these characters for the book and for art and
Well, so he would give me like photos of ideas of what the character might look like, costume design, stuff like that.
And rough drawings too.
Yeah. And I go back to reference. So when it comes to some of the characters, they look like people I know. Whether and it's funny because subconsciously I didn't realize I was doing it until somebody pointed out to me, and she's like, "Looks like me," and I'm like, "It is you," But anyway, so what I do is again, back to references you were saying about the Sheik and all that, the weapons they use, way they dress, colors that dictate the character. With Felandra, since she's Mistress of Darkness, you can't put her in like yellow and pink, right? She'll stick out like a sore thumb. So we got to think in terms of what's a good color that girls can violet or a purplish, and also I outline her in purple to make her pop up. So in the end, it's kind of cool. My favorite thing is like character design. I love doing the model sheets, animation stuff. It's awesome. So it's like whatever little information he gives me, and we work back and forth. Whatever he thinks is cool, whatever he thinks he doesn't, we should change. We just work back and forth on it.
It's always a pleasure working with wonderful people that are very enthusiastic, and I've been very blessed to work with the likes of Eli and Keith, and nothing but good things. And I'm very grateful, we're both very grateful, to have the reaction that we've had here today between the younger people, older people, females of all walks of life. Thank you very much, and it means a lot. It means the world.
The thing I really appreciate about his book, the main character is female, and I was looking at it. It's weird. Again, like things just pop up in my head. I'm looking at the poster. She's sexy without being everything showing. You know what I mean? And I'm looking at the drawing and says, yeah, she looks cute. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, it's kind of cool for little girls. I have 2 girls myself. They're older now, but to kind of have those types of characters, that's not like nothing wrong with showing them that. Hey, if that's what they want to do, you go, girl. But at the same time, I think as far as like it being for younger kids, I'm also a teacher of like literally from preschool to like high school. So it's like it's kind of cool that girls can see a character that has a certain type of beauty to her, but not in a way of like, let me show all my assets. So I'm sorry.
Like, what was the inspiration then for all of this to begin with?
I've always really enjoyed strong females, and I believe that there's not enough of them, and especially something for people to inspire and appreciate good storytelling. I just always gravitated to like 90s animation and like just strong characters, heartfelt characters, good storytelling, like The Crow, RoboCop, like I said, X-Men, Batman the Animated Series. It's just a lovely time of great storytelling, and we just want to continue that tradition with our own spin and our own stories.
All right, so
and telling.
Speaking of continuing, then where does this go from here?
Well, the latter part of 2024, we are tentatively looking to release the comic book.
Okay.
And we're currently evaluating different aspects, probably maybe for distributor or maybe self-publish. Like I said, we're still in the stages of doing that. And then eventually we would like to get the animated series together, which again, in reality, we have 10 episodes already written for a full season.
Oh, wow.
And copyrighted, as well as multiple seasons in development. And like that was the great thing about when Eli and Keith and also another gentleman who was very influential to me was Kevin Altieri, who'd worked on Batman Animated Series, among other things. He inspired me, as well as Keith and Eli, to, hey, why don't you make a comic book? So I'm like, like the material is there, he's able to adapt, and people just gravitate to it, and it's such a very grateful and blessing thing. And I sound like a broken record, but I want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you very much, and
Thank you.
And it's very appreciative. So but that it's kind of like a circle way, but I hope I answered your question.
That's all right. So you have the comic, the animation, potentially an animation. Is there a stretch goal, maybe a feature film down the line? Is that something that you guys want to think about?
Absolutely. We're treating it as an IP. There's many different avenues, whether it's comics, whether it's animation, whether it's live action. It's engineered that way. So, and obviously, potential merchandising, licensing, stuff like that. That it's made with that intent, as well as the good storytelling.
Cool.
Thank you.
And then I have to ask, are you guys martial artists yourselves?
No, I am not a martial artist. I'm not a martial artist, but
I used to like box. That's about it. My legs aren't kicking down doors in the fire department. I have a lip now, so I can't like do kickbox. I used to box. That's about it. I don't even know if I could anymore.
Well,
probably everyone here could, even the littles could kick my butt probably.
There's a lot of inspiration though that I look up to, like Bruce Lee, Brandon Lee, Ron Van Cleef. Such a gentleman. Met last night. Who else? Just countless others. Michael Jai White. A lot of people that have inspired me. I'm sure that inspired Eli and countless others.
That's cool. How is the show going for you then? What is the reception that you've been getting regarding the project?
We've been getting, like I said, this is the first time that we've seen the general market, but before that it's been screenwriting competitions, film festivals, and it's been wonderful.
Awesome.
Like even film festivals that, which I don't want to mention any names, that we didn't get into, been glowing reviews. So like, for example, with the screenplay competitions, we were nominated here last year, which thank you very much to the Urban Action Showcase and Demetrius and Molly, wonderful people, put on a fantastic event. Was Best Screenplay at the Burbank International Film Festival in 2022. Los Angeles Animation Film Festival, winner there, and countless nominations across the country. So, but to be here in the general market and to see people and inspire people and see that you're doing such a wonderful, inspiring and reception to others. I'm just very grateful. Eli's very grateful. We're all very grateful. Thank you.
All right. Last question then. Who is this project for?
I can tell you you want me to do it or you want me to do it?
Go ahead. We might have two different.
All right.
Probably two different things.
The intended audience is teens to young adults, with a secondary audience to 20-30s, and an audience that has also been brought to my attention, which I am very grateful for, and as well as Eli and everybody else, the female audience. I want to say thank you from all ages. Very appreciative, and it's wonderful that you've embraced this character, embraced this concept, and we hope to not disappoint you.
I agree. Like, going back to what I said about positive female characters, when I tell a lot of my younger teachers, like I train younger teachers to teach, like 15, 16, 17, and most of them are girls. For some reason, boys are scared to teach. But anyway, we'll get into all that. But anyway, they're all excited and they're all interested. And like I said, I think the core audience is for everybody. Like, I was a big Buffy fan, believe it or not. Yes, I was a Buffy fan.
Never watched Buffy. I apologize.
And it's like, I used to love it. And at the time, I'm not gonna lie, when I was younger, I was like, I don't want to watch it. But then a friend of mine, his sister, told me to watch it. And next thing I know, I was hooked. And it's like, it's cool because then it blurs the line between who the main character is. Doesn't matter if you see yourself in that character or you sympathize with that character. It doesn't matter what role, gender, whatever that character is. And I think at the end of the day, like the kids too, but we wanted it to be for everyone. And that's why the art style I'm doing is one thing that is eye-catching, where people would be interested, because like, oh, that reminds me of that show, that reminds me of that cartoon, those colors, So yeah, we kind of want like everyone.
Yeah, another
E
thing,
for everyone.
E for everyone. And
Not
even
rated M for
another
mature.
show that I loved later part, but in Charmed is a great show. The original
That's the one I
Charmed.
didn't watch.
That's a great show. But like I said, it's just wonderful seeing the how it's been related to, and how the 90s animation, and that's an influence because that was an impression on me. It's an
Me too.
impression on Eli.
Yeah.
And we want to continue that tradition.
If it wasn't for Batman the Animated Series when I was young, because I hated like Super Friends and stuff, because I thought it was cheesy. Batman throws a banana around Joker and that's it. No one was throwing punches.
Yeah.
But the animated series, the look, the style, the way the shapes were, the color, everything, got me into comic books.
Yeah.
And that ended up opening so many doors when it came to me teaching, even being a firefighter. I'm sure there was influence in that too. So like when it comes to 90s animation, that's like where my heart is with Spider-Man. And that got me into comics, right? Spider-Man, remember? Spider-Man and X-Men. Let's go, bub. You know, like all those cartoons was kind of cool. At this age, through his project, I get to relive those moments again and create those characters in my head while still making it new. You know?
Yeah, it's taking elements from the past and putting a new spin on it. And like I said, even with Batman the Animated Series, like Kevin Altieri was another inspiration to me. And shout out to Kevin, shout out to Tom, Keith, and then like I said, Eli and countless others. Thank you.
So when does the Dashingly Handsome podcast character show up?
We will.
Hey, you never know.
We will have to.
You never know. We need background characters.
No, we gotta make a focal point here. Gotta make a focal point, Jeff. Absolutely.
I make appearances in all my books. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Best of luck to you guys at the show. Best of luck with the project, and hope it does everything that you guys want to do. It sounds like a great deal. So thank you.
Very much, Jeff, and it was a pleasure. Thank you for your continued support as well.
Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you, and also check out his channel on Instagram if you haven't done so already.
Oh, yeah. Tell the audience where they can follow.
Well, I was plugging you, sir. And yes, you can follow Eli at
Art of Eli 1980 because I'm old. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, the whole thing.
Yeah, and then you could follow myself, Blake Zawadzki, on Instagram and also on Facebook. BLAKE ZAWADZKI. Felandra also has a Facebook page, FELANDRA, on Facebook, and also Keith is, I believe, Keith Williams at Keith Williams Comic Book Art on Instagram.
And also look for, we're going to make a page so they see the process of the making of the comic. There's sketches, some of the character stuff, maybe some even rough animations if he allows me.
And then there will be also updates with other appearances that we'll be doing throughout 2024.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and thank you.
Poison plan rocks the world.